Hello and welcome to this quick video. It's a very important topic which I'm sharing with you today, and that topic is why you watch porn and why is it causing you to fail. I'm just going to give you a little heads up before I start. I'm not a professional speaker, so my speaking and the way I present it will not be as smooth as the ones you have heard before. But I will try my best to put across the point which I'm trying to share with you because it's really important, and you can try your best to understand, but hopefully it's easy for you to understand. So one thing about it, porn, is that one truth about it is that you got to know is you're not addicted to porn. Porn is a symptom of a crappy life. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of backstory about who I am and my experience with porn. So I came across porn at the age of 13, and at that age, the monkey brain in us is just attracted me to watch porn. And at that time I was so ignorant to understand what this desire really is and where is it coming from. So I was easily became a victim of it, and I knew that is not the kind of thing that you want to watch too much or engage in it too much, but the monkey brain demanded it, and at that time I didn't know how to control that monkey brain. So most of the time when the monkey brain brought up the thought, most of the time we won because I had no idea how I can control that brain. I can control that monkey in us. So this is something that we should have learned in school, because I personally been there 7 days a week, and I'm not 5 days a week and 6 hours a day, and that's most. We basically spend most time of our youth in school, and they force us to go there. They force us to go there, and they teach us a lot of things. They teach us a lot of stuff, which, to be honest, is unnecessary. They make us go there 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, teaching us subject that we are not curious about, that we do not use in our everyday life, teaching us subject like x plus y equals something, teaching us algebra. I don't know if it's called algebra because there is no, I don't know, because I just don't use it a lot. But they taught us these things, and to be honest, till this day, I don't remember one place I have used that knowledge of knowing what's x plus y, what is equal to, and how is it going to benefit me. But one thing we all have, and we all come across of, is that monkey brain in us, which tries its best to put us towards sexual activities, and porn being so easily accessible now through smartphone and through internet. It's not very hard to easily just do a couple of clicks and access a limitless amount of content of these things, porn. So let's first find out what porn is. Porn is is nothing but it's like a gateway drug. Most of the time we engage in it just to cover up something, just to so we can get that quick short-term satisfaction, quick pleasure. Instant pleasure is a short-term pleasure, but long-term it can cause us a lot of pain. And you gotta admit, porn just feels damn good. That's why you do it. That's why a lot of people like you engage in that activity. It's an instant pleasure. And most of the time, people engage in it because they try to escape something, they try to escape something in their life. And most of the time is the stress we get, some of the frustration you have in your life, and all these things. Instead of we trying to face those stress, face those problems that is causing us frustration and stress, we instead escape it by going into a virtual world, which is porn, and trying to get that short-term pleasure, not knowing that short-term pleasure will not last, and is this the way, this to distract us from the truth and from the problems and the challenges of life. It's not problems, they're just challenges. And if you do it, and you do it every day, it's not because you're addicted to it. The reason why you do it is because you have a crappy life. You're basically stuck in a crappy life, doing the things you don't like to do. You're in a job that you don't like to be. You're dealing with people that you don't like to deal with. So what you do, you engage in porn. And according to a survey which I was reading lately, what you got to figure out, when is the time most people visit the porn sites. According to that survey, the time that people visit the porn sites is between the hours 9 to 5, and these hours are usually the hours people are working. What's funny is that people are watching porn at work. So this goes to show that a high percentage of people don't like what they're doing. They're just going there to pick up that paycheck. They're not passionate about the tasks that they're dealing in work. That they're not doing their work because they trying to reach a goal. They have a purpose. They have a vision. They just go there just for that paycheck. They don't like the people they work with. And so they're trying to escape something. They're trying to escape it by going into the virtual reality, which is porn, or sometimes they play games. They come back, they make a transition between games and the porn, right? And what are the other times people watch porn? They watch it when they're alone, when they are in their home, when you're just sitting by yourself at home, doing nothing, doing boring stuff, doing things that you're not passionate about, you do not love. So you try to escape it by watching other naked people having sex. And this might make you feel good in the moment, but in the long term, it's causing you pain and suffering. And you know it. You know the causes, yes, the downside of it, but you still do it. You still do it because the frustration and the crappy life is still there. And until the crappy and the frustration life is there, you will always try to escape it by going into virtual world, which is sometimes game for most people, and sometimes pornography. And the reason why pornography is so big and it gets millions and millions and millions of visits per month, sites like Pornhub, they get millions and millions of visits per month, because millions and millions of people live a crappy life. So until you don't change your lifestyle, you don't change something, you will always be attracted to porn, because porn feels good and your brain has no other choice to go towards something that feels good. That's what our brain likes to do. It likes to avoid pain and move towards pleasure. So if you live in a crappy life, you're doing crappy things, you go to a crappy job, you're hanging around people you don't like, you're doing activities that you don't have deep passion, deep love for, your brain will always try to get away from those and goes to porn. So if you're a I don't know how you started it, but I started it at the age of 13. If you're a young guy, I don't care for whatever reason you started, because it excites you, because of course it's a pleasurable thing, you go into it, but later on your monkey brain knows that this kind of thing is there, that porn is just 2 clicks away from it, and it will always try to convince you to go into it, to go watch it more and more. So there are 6 things in your life that you need to handle. If you're not handling these 6 things, you will always watch porn. If you're waking up every day you're doing things to wake up to go at a crappy job, if you're watching porn at night before you go to sleep, the reason you do that, because you're not looking forward to the things you have to do the next day. If you would, you would just jump into bed, trying to get some energy so the next day you can go in with full force and do the best you can do, because you love what you do. But you don't do that. When you go to sleep, something dreads inside your brain, something is calling you to get up. That thing is calling you to get up because you know that as soon as he goes to sleep, he has to wake up in the morning and get up and go and do something he doesn't like. So he says, why not? Let me get the best of this moment right now, because you'll be here, let's go watch some porn. Anyway, let's go back to the 6 things of life you need to control. And if you don't controlling those, no matter what you do, no matter how many techniques you learn, no matter how many breathing exercises that you learn to do, you're always going to lead to porn, because the monkey brain will eventually beat you, because you can't conceal that monkey brain forever. It will come and come, it will call, it will knock on the door until you give up. And you will watch it porn. You will go back to it. You have no choice but you go back to it. Why wouldn't you go back to it? You live in a crappy life. So those 6 things are: 1 is physical health. You got to get your physical health handled. You got to eat good stuff, eat good food, so your body can function properly, your cells can work properly, so you can feel good about yourself. Your brain can get those fresh oxygenated blood, so you can operate, you can think clear, and you can execute things better. 2nd is the career you love. You gotta get up each morning and do the things you're passionate about. Do the things you look forward to doing. You need to get up and work towards something that you have a purpose in. You have an end goal and you have a vision. You see a vision, and every day you get up and you're working towards that. Yeah, right. Even if you do that, not every day your work gonna be fun. Sometimes you're gonna face the challenges and you don't know how to solve them, and you're gonna be down, you're gonna feel frustrated. But at least you have that nice vision that you can look forward to. You have a purpose. So every time you think about that purpose, that end goal is gonna motivate you to work harder. So if you don't have that career you love, that thing you need to go after every day, you're gonna watch porn. Your brain, the monkey brain is gonna beat you. And the 3rd thing is emotional health. You need to be emotionally healthy. You need to learn how to control that. Control your emotions. You need to learn how to feed your emotion with positive nutrients. And that could be doing fun hobbies that you love doing, hanging around with people that you love hanging around with. And that way your emotions will go positive and you be in control of them. And the 4th thing is financial freedom. If you don't have the money to live the life, to do the things you want to do, if you're worried about how you're gonna pay your bill next month, you're gonna feel frustration and stress. And sometimes you'll try to escape those frustration and stress by engaging in porn. And there's nothing you can do about that other than working so hard on your career, on the things you love, and that thing is gonna cover you financially. Because if you're doing the things you love, you're gonna be working hard at it. You're gonna be working with passion at it. So you will make the money, and you will be free, and you can just go out there doing the things you love. You have the freedom units. What money is? Money is freedom units. You have the freedom units to pay for the things you want, to just go to the airport, get in a plane, go to the places you love to go to. And if you have the power to do all these cool things, if you have access to just get up and go do whatever you want, why would your brain lead you to porn? Porn at that time, when you have just these four things, you got so many other options for pleasure to do. It just finds getting up and watching pixels on the screen and touching yourself. It finds that activity degrading. It finds that he just laughs at the idea because he knows there's other things he can do. And the fifth thing is becoming a spiritual person, becoming a person who not just living for the selfish reason, but living for giving to other people, making other people's life better, and seeing the world through a bigger lens, having opened your consciousness, and to see the world for what it really is. And that will help you to have a good life, have an awesome life. And the sixth and the last thing is you need to have supportive friends and family and relationship and all these things. If you have cool friends you hang around with, if you have cool supportive friends who are always helping you, supporting you, you have family, you have a girlfriend, you have a romantic relationship that you just love. If you have these things, let's talk about just the romantic relationship that you have. You have a romantic relationship, you love, you're with a person that you connect emotionally, physically, sexually, and all these things, right? If you have that person there, why would you urge the thing to go and watch pixels on a screen and rob yourself? The idea just becomes funny, it becomes degrading. You say, why, when I have all these things I can do, I have all this cool stuff I can do, why would I go and watch porn instead? It's just silly. So if you don't have these 6 pillars of life handled, right? If you don't have them handled, you will always go to porn. Because porn will give you that short-term pleasure. And if you keep on doing it, it can dig you deeper and deeper into the hole, and it will be hard for you to get out of. Right? So every day, what you got to do every day, you need to get up, and you don't want to focus on stopping porn because that's just impossible. You can't stop porn. But what you got to focus on instead is starting to build an awesome life for yourself. A life that is expanded. You have the physical health, you have the career you love, you have emotional health, you have financial freedom to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can just go out there and do whatever activity you please in. You're spiritually awakened. You see the world through bigger lenses. You see, you experience things, you feel things that you never felt before, right? You have that friends, you have that family, you have the relationship, and in your life you're thinking about giving, you're thinking about making other people's life better, and you just find activities, selfish activities such as porn, you just find that degrading. And it will be rare to go towards it. But sometimes, as you're working towards these things, right? As you're working towards this thing, there are times that it's going to get difficult. It's gonna get hard. Things are not gonna go your way. For example, in your career, things are just not gonna. You're not gonna feel good every day. You're not gonna be happy every day. It's impossible. Sometimes you're gonna feel sad. You're gonna feel upset. You're gonna face challenges. You're gonna hit barriers, and shit will get hard. I'm not promising that if you bring these things in, your life is gonna be amazing and you're gonna be happy every day. You don't want to be happy every day. You want to be. Sometimes it's good to be sad. Sometimes it's good to be face defeat. Sometimes it's good to have these things. So what you want to do is that you want to make a. Sometimes you're gonna watch porn, even you're working towards this thing. But that sometimes is okay. You don't want to cut porn completely. You just want to control it. So you have to come into agreement with the monkey brain. You gotta stop letting the monkey brain control you. When you're working towards these things, in the morning you get up, you get out, and you start building those things, right? That's what you gotta do. And then through this journey, there are sometimes you're gonna hit blocks, you're gonna hit balls, and at that time you might try to watch porn, this quick thing. I think at that time it's okay. You don't want to stop porn completely. You want to lessen it and control it, and you have to be on top of it. But at the same time, you want to be working so hard on filling up your life with so much great things that the variables, the times that you watch porn is be less and less. So maybe you desire it once a week, which is okay. I don't want you to go to extreme, and I don't want to say you should stop it completely, because I think that's just not necessary. You don't have to do this. You don't have to stop porn completely. I mean, life is short. You want to have fun sometimes. Sometimes short-term pleasures are cool, but you gotta understand that more if you're doing it every day, if you're watching porn every day and you always trying to escape it, and you can see your life is crumbling around you. You don't have the friends you want. You're not doing the things you want. You don't have more. You're financially, you're not in control. You're not in a relationship. You don't have the girlfriend you want. That's a sign that shit you need to fucking stop, because porn is taking control of your life. You're not doing shit. That's the time you need to realize that you need to stop shit. You need to come on top of that, because too much of draining that sexual energy which is in you is gonna have some serious impact, negative impacts on you. So some of the skills that we need to have, so when we hit those challenges, when we hit those dark times of our life, even when you're doing all the right things, you're chasing your dream, you're becoming better and better person every day, you're improving yourself every day, you're gonna hit some dark times. Some of the skills that we need to have to overcome those times and overcome those challenges, these are the skills that we should have learned in school, because we spend so much time in school learning so many things and not learning the things that we use in our life. We learn all that maths, all that bullshit topic. We learn about the Shakespeare, which I don't give a shit about his play, because his plays doesn't do shit in my life. He's not making me happy. Yes, he gave me some things. It's not some things that I don't use. I mean, knowing about Shakespeare and his plays is not gonna do shit for your life. You might get a little bit of pointers, but generally, in the long, it's not gonna do a lot for your life. The maths we learning about all this crap, didn't do anything with your life. So some of the things some of the things. There's a lot of important stuff that school could have taught us that would have given us a happy life, would have been in control of our life. So some of those things are we learn how to manage conflicts, learn how to manage our stress, right? Because sometimes you get stressed, we have to learn how to manage it, we have to learn how to come out of it, how to plan, how to set new targets, how to reboot ourselves, reboot our brain and go back in there and start acting. And one of the main important, you need to, one thing, learning how to motivate yourself. This is very important thing, learning how to motivate yourself so you can get yourself to start acting. This is a very important thing. Very, very important. Learning how to motivate ourselves. Learning how to make decisions promptly. Learning how to eat right. How to master our emotions. And some of the main stuff to live a happy life and fulfill life. I don't know. I'm gonna admit I don't even know all of this stuff yet, but I'm improving. I'm learning every day. And most of the time you watch porn, not like I said, you watch porn not because you're frustrated, and that's because you don't know how to handle your frustration. You just quickly, your brain just searches for that short-term pleasure, and it comes across porn, and it just gets into it. It just can't wait. It just gets into it with all your force. And finally, let's talk about why porn can cause you to fall. Oh, this is this 99% of the time you watch porn because because not because you're sexually aroused, but because you're frustrated from your life. As we covered that. So, why are you falling? If your life is going to shit right now and you realize that, the reason why this is happening, because every time you ejaculate, you're losing so many components. Because if those semen, if you think about those semen that you're just giving out every day, those are the same materials, they're the same component that come together to create a life form. So if every day you're giving that shit away, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen to you? You're gonna see your life going to crap. So what are some of the components? Some of the components I have found out: fructose, calcium, citric acid, magnesium, protein, and many more. Many more of them. And with those components being deficient in your body, you will lose your health. You will lose your immune functionality. Your body starts slowly going weaker and weaker. And the thing about it, the way it happens is that it's not going to happen in a day. It's going to happen slowly. It happens slowly, very slow. You might get there. You might feel the problems in your 30s or 40s. You're not gonna come across the problem at a young age. If you're in your early 20s and you're going crazy on this stuff and you keep on giving out your semen, you're gonna suffer the consequences. I know you're suffering some of the consequences right now, but soon you're gonna even suffer consequences even worse than this. So what happens is that every time you give away these components, your brain faculties are weakened. The way you think, the way you motivate yourself, the way you can make decisions, the way you calculate, the way you strategize, all of this will be weakened. The way you detect situation, your imagination, your creativity, all of this you're damaging it, right? You're damaging all these things. And another thing is you're giving away your willpower. So good luck getting shit done. These are all the things that I myself had problem with. Your ability to make decisions, like I said before, and much more. You become afraid of the world you're a part of. You can't approach the goals you want. You can't do the things you want to do. You're just afraid. Your brain will become more prevention oriented. You start to tell you all the things that could go wrong, or don't do that, this is gonna happen if you approach this girl, this is gonna happen, she's gonna embarrass you, she's gonna do all of this, they're gonna laugh at you. Instead of your brain being promotion oriented, which only thinking about it's a positive thing, only thinking about this, you just want to get that girl, you want, or maybe this girl, or you want this thing, you just go into it headed, and you just don't care about it, all the negative thing. It happens, so what? I deal with it. But when you watch porn and you're losing all these nutrients from your body, it'll not be easy. It's not be easy to do it. So there are many downsides to this, right? There are many more downsides, but I don't want to make this video very long. It's already kind of long already. But like Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich, if you don't know how to control your sex energy, basically the same thing as nicotine or alcohol. If you don't know how to control it, you're still not in control of your you're not in control of the body. You realize, and in the long term, in some cases, it can lead you to insanity, right? So these are the things that these are just, if you're just too much into it, these things are scary. And the only way to overcome this, like I said before, is to design a life, is to stop trying to stop porn, because that's impossible. You can't stop it. What you gotta do, you gotta build a life. You gotta start going out there and working on building an awesome life for yourself. And like, let me give you an analogy. If you go into a dark room and scream at the dark room, while you just try to scream at the dark room to give you light, you're just gonna you're gonna break your voice, you're just gonna hurt yourself. But what you got to do is you got to go in there with the light, and the darkness has no choice but to disappear. And that's what you got to do. Instead of trying to stop porn, you should try to build a life. You should start something. You should start going to the 6 pillars. You should try to build a career, take care of your health, go into the business you want, go into the job you want. You got to go out there, get the relationship that you want, start doing the activities that you want. And if you're, like I said, if you're doing all of this cool stuff, why would your brain stop doing all those cool things? Why would you decide to stop that and go to porn? It's just ridiculous. It's just not gonna do that. So, like I said, you gotta bring in the good life, and there are more to this, to the things you need to bring in, and how you can do that, how you can master your mind and your life. And I and a couple of partners of mine have created a community to help you, to hold your hand and guide you to build those components, build those blocks to have an awesome life. And that's from business, building a business, having win the friends you want, how to find the career you want, and how to understand your brain and your body, how to become more spiritual. And we will cover every part of life, not only to quit porn, but to build an awesome life. And that program is not ready yet. We are still working on the things that we need to do on that program. But if you're for the people who are serious, for the people who are ready to take action, because I don't want to create hassle for myself and bring those people in who just think that magically they can just come in and change their life. If you want to come in, then there are action and work from your side, but we teach you the things you need so at least you can take the right actions, because actions will not lead you to the good life. The right action will lead you to the good life, and for the right action you got to have the knowledge to know which action to take. And without the knowledge and the wisdom, you're gonna run around like a headless chicken. People are gonna see you running, but you're not getting nowhere. You're just running in a circle. So we have created this program to give you everything you need from A to Z. I will not go deep in business, because if how to have an amazing business and how to build a good business, because that itself is a huge and monstrous topic with so many different subjects and components of it. But I will give you the basic, and I'll give you the resources that if you're interested in it, you can go into it. And all other things, from your health, from your emotional health, from how to build a relationship that you want, from becoming more spiritual. We will cover all of that in the program, and much more, and many more things. I'll give you everything you need to build that amazing life. So if you're interested in that, and you want to change your life, if you're tired of being who you are, and you want to build a life that's filled with the things you love, a life that you just love getting up to in the morning, a life that doesn't need an alarm clock to call you, your heart just pulls you towards it. If you're interested, I put a link somewhere below or to the top. You can go ahead and click on that link. You can put in your emails, and when that program is ready, you will be, I will let you know. You will be called through the emails. And also I have a ebook that available to give you the 5 ways to control the pornographic urges, 5 ways that 5 tools that you can use value building that the amazing life, the awesome life you want to live. And if you're interested in that, you can go on and apply for that. That comes with some bonuses that I'm giving away just for use, but I don't know when you are watching this video, because those bonuses will be limited. They might be available and they might not be, but the only way is to just go there, and they might be there. Like I said, I don't know when you are watching this video. You might be watching this video a year after I'm making it, but you can go ahead and sign up. The link will be somewhere here, and you will be called, you will be contacted through emails, and you can see the program, you can see what he has to offer, and you can decide from it. But like I said, I'm only want the people who are serious, they want to take action, they want to change their life, they are ready to work, they are sick and tired of the current reality, they want to change it. If you do, go ahead and sign up, put in your email address. Oh, I will also give you a short report, a 4-day report after you sign up, which gives you, it basically opens your eyes to the truth behind pornography and gives you the shocking truth of it. So go ahead and sign up. I know you will like it, and the journey that you're about to enter will be an amazing one. So thank you for watching. I hope the things I have shared with you have opened your eyes, and you understand now if you really truly want to stop it, if you want to change your life, this is what you have to do, and you understand why you're actually watching porn in the first place, and why you're fooling. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and enjoy.